look out and see the world. It takes everything we have to face it. Without a sound, we take a step. Inside our hearts are racing. If it takes forever, we'll get there together.
Alright, makeup geeks, I am doing my bridal makeup for you guys today. The makeup that I wore just a couple days ago. I actually just got back from my wedding last night. I was going to try to tape this for you guys before my wedding, but it got crazy busy. I had so much stuff to do and I didn't have time to tape it, and all of you guys were asking on Instagram and my Snapchat, let me see pictures of your makeup. I did do my own makeup for my wedding, and since it's fresh in my mind, since I literally just did it 2 days ago, I was like, okay, let me tape it today for you guys. So this is the look that I did for my wedding. It is a little bit more dramatic for daytime. I had a nighttime wedding, you guys. It was, I'm just like getting all teary-eyed just thinking about it. My wedding was amazing. It was my dream wedding. We got married in Tahoe. We had a super small crowd. It was just 25 people, just our family, a couple close friends. We got married right by the water in Lake Tahoe at sunset. It was gorgeous, you guys. I cannot wait for you guys to see footage of it. I'm so excited. It was my dream wedding and everything came together amazingly. I know God was watching over our wedding because we got married on Sunday. Saturday it was pouring down rain. I was stressing out. I'm like, great, it's gonna be raining when we're trying to get married outside. Sunday it was beautiful, clear skies, sunny, so gorgeous, right off the lake, beautiful fall leaves and colors. And then it was windy all Sunday afternoon. I was like, okay, so how are we gonna do pictures? I'm gonna have my veil and my hair blowing all over the place, and literally 10 minutes before the wedding ceremony it stopped and there was no wind. I'm telling you guys, everything fell into place. We had the most magical night of our lives, and of course Coco Bear looked so incredibly handsome, and we just had an amazing wedding, and I'm like still on the wedding high. Can you guys tell? So anyways, next week will be my video clips showing behind the scenes. We had a great time, got all the footage for you guys to see that. So hopefully that goes up next week. But anyways, this is my wedding makeup that I did on myself a couple days ago at my own wedding. And I'll try to give you guys some tips throughout this video on what to do for your own wedding, so that way you guys feel confident and you can do your own makeup and know what to prepare for. So anyways, let's get started on our wedding makeup. All right guys, to start our bridal makeup, what I did on my wedding day. So this was 2 days ago and already I'm having brain farts. As you can tell, I did not sleep much over the weekend. I am going to put some Aquaphor on my lips, and I like to do this as I do my makeup just so it preps my lips, so by the time I do all of my face and eyes, I get to the lips, they're nice and moisturized. Okay. Next step is super important for brides, is to prep your face with a matte primer. You want your face to be very matte for your wedding day, except for certain places that you want to highlight, like the tops of your cheekbones, the inner part of your eyes, your eyelids. So what I like to do is I take the Makeup Forever base step 1, and I just put this all over my skin. Okay, next step is to hide my dark circles. What I'm using is the Chantecaille Total Concealer in Nude. It's this little jar like this, but you guys can use any concealer that you like. I actually have ones coming out for Makeup Geek in the spring, but I didn't want to use all Makeup Geek in this video because some of it isn't for sale yet. Okay, and because my nose is a little red, I'm putting a little bit here too. Just blend it out, or you can take your beauty blender and just kind of dab it. Okay, now it's time for foundation. I actually did a mixture of foundation. I used the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm pretty tan because I spray tanned before the wedding because I wanted my skin to pop against the white dress. So I used the number 1 4.5, and then I mixed it with a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is number 104 Golden Beige. So just put this on your skin, and then I took a beauty blender and I wet it and squeezed out the excess so it's just slightly damp and really soft and puffy, and then we're just gonna dab this on the skin. Okay, now what you guys wanna do too is put some on your neck and down your chest. I had a very open dress, so I actually put a lot of foundation and powder on my chest area just to even everything out. Oh, as I'm dipping, you see that? I'm already got my shirt dirty because I'm dipping it in there, but whatever. This is why you do your makeup before you put your dress on and set everything, so you don't dip your dress in your makeup. But what I'm going to do, you guys, is you see I'm putting some on my neck and my chest. And don't worry about it getting on your dress because I'm going to show you how we set it when everything's done. Okay, do you guys see now? Ooh, the hair is a hot mess. Okay, do you see how my face and my chest area, dun, 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 it's all the same color. So that's why you want to apply foundation everywhere, and I promise you I will show you how to set it in the end. Okay, now what we're going to do is contour. I like to do cream and powder contour because I feel like it's a little bit more blendable when you layer powder on top of cream. Now please don't hate me, this is the only product I have right now that I'm using that we aren't selling yet, but I'm coming out with cream contours this spring, and this is my lab sample. Do you guys see how much is used up from this? Because I am obsessed with this. I use it almost every day now. I freaking love it. Okay, what I'm going to do is take an angled stippling brush from Makeup Geek, or if you want something a little bit smaller, the It Cosmetics has one. This is number 131. And what I did is I took my cream contour. If you guys want, you can get a concealer that's 2 or 3 shades darker than your skin, just anything that you can use to enhance your cheekbones. I'm going to take that angled stippling brush, I aim it upwards, and then what I did, I know this looks crazy right now, I'm going to blend this out, but I put a really strong streak like this. I know, again, this is crazy, I know. Okay, and then what I did is I started to come around the temple just a little bit. And with cream, the cool thing about it, it's much easier to blend. So now all I do is take my beauty blender and I'm just dabbing it out. You see how it creates a much more natural contour because it blends really easily. Okay, now what I'm going to do is highlight, and I took the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation. I love using this for weddings and for pictures because it doesn't have any flash off, it doesn't reflect in the camera, it stays put all day because it is a matte finish. I'm taking the lightest color, this is number 101. We're actually going to highlight with this. So what I did is I put a little bit here on the inner part of my face, so right there, and I took my beauty blender and I just dabbed it. Let me show you, in a triangle shape. So up here under the eyes, so triangle like this to highlight this area. You can use a concealer if you want as well, but I just had this foundation in a lighter color than my skin. Okay, take a little bit more, you guys, and what I want to do, let me show you. I'm going to put a streak here under my cheekbones to highlight it so that my contour has a little bit more contrast. And what you can do is you can take a like fluffy brush like this. Hold on, let me grab a clean one. Actually, this will work. This is a real technique. I cannot talk today. This is a Real Techniques brush. And what you can do is you can literally just stripe on white under here or something that's a little bit lighter than your skin. Let me show you in this camera. Do you see how I'm carving out the cheekbones with a foundation that's a little bit lighter? Do you see how my contour is a little bit stronger now because I have a little bit lighter of a foundation right here, the center of my face, and then I contoured with something a little bit darker. Okay, now what I'm going to do, you guys, is take my beauty blender, and I keep a towel with me at all times. I brought one with me to Tahoe, and I just have it where I brush my brushes and my sponge off. Now I'm going to take that same sponge. It's still just slightly damp. It's very soft and fluffy. I'm using the Cover FX loose powder. It's amazing for weddings because it's very finely milled. It gives a very natural finish. So I dipped the sponge in there, and then I pressed it into my lid. And then I started on the T-zone, so next to my nose, under my eyes, and I just pat it under here to set everything a little bit. And then with what's left, then I come around the face. Okay, now we're going to take some more and we're going to set your neck and your chest with powder. So you have nice full coverage and your skin looks really smooth in pictures. Your photographer will thank you because then it's less they have to Photoshop. So set this all with powder. Okay, do you guys see how matte my skin is? I know it looks crazy matte right now. We're gonna add some shimmer in a little bit, but look at my chest, because I have a lot of moles. You can't really see them from there. Mole, mole, mole. I covered them a little bit with the foundation just to give me a really smooth canvas, so everything that you see in the wedding dress is all the same color. Okay, now we're gonna take that angled stippling brush by Makeup Geek. We're gonna go in with the contour powder. I'm using the one that actually launches in a couple weeks. I have several contour powders that are coming out. Let me show you guys the one for fair skin. So I might as well announce it here. I have 8 contour powders coming out, 4 for each skin color in cool and in warm. So there's gonna be 8 total. I'm using the fair skin warm, and all I'm doing is taking the angled stippling brush, and what I'm going to do now is contour even a little bit more. Now building up with this powder on top of cream, it helps it stay longer and it helps it be a little bit more stronger, but you can build on it and blend it easily. Okay, now you can wipe off that same brush, and I took the Makeup Geek blush in Bliss, and it's a nice soft peachy color. I'm just gonna put a little bit of blush on. You need a little bit of color for pictures, but not a ton, just enough to where you don't wash out. So I'm dabbing this just slightly above the contour and on my apples of my cheeks just to give me a nice flush glow. The bridal glow. Okay, once I get all of that powder done, you guys, I don't want to look, I want to be matte, but I want my skin to look like real skin. So what I do at this point is I take some sort of setting spray. The one I used on my wedding is by Raquez O'Neill. It's a Restore Aura spray. Any sort of setting spray will work. You can use MAC Fix Plus. There's plenty of them out there. So what I did is I misted my skin. And you want just a very fine mist. And you're going to let this sit. My mom and all my family that were sitting there were laughing at me because I was sitting there with like some wet ones and I was like doing this. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm misting my face. So you got to get this all to where it melds into your skin. And then while that is setting, then what I did was took a MAC paint pot for my lids, and I took let me grab a clean one. Okay, I just took some sort of dome-shaped brush, and I applied this on my lids and up to my brows. This is going to be our base for all of our eyeshadow. So just kind of whisk this on your lids. Okay, now that my paint pot is on, now I'm going to do my brows. I used 2 brow pencils, the Anastasia one in soft brown and in taupe. The soft brown one's a little bit darker, and I like to put this one under my brows. Hold on, let me grab my mirror. Okay, all I did was just carve out the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see. Just giving me a crisp line on the bottom. Okay, once the darker color is put on the bottom, then I take the taupe color, which is a little bit lighter, and I fill on the top. That way they look just a little bit more natural. And all I did was just do short strokes and try to keep a straight line, have it be a little bit thicker here, and then the tail end be a little bit thinner. Okay, now for the eyes, you guys. What I did not do on my wedding day, but I should have done, I forgot them behind, is get some shadow shields. So what I had to do was hold up a tissue the whole time I was doing makeup. It was kind of a pain. But what you can do is they're little shields, and they have a sticky part here. Put them on the back of your hand so they're not super, super sticky because you don't want to mess up your eye makeup or your face makeup. But what you can do is just put these bad boys under your eyes. I know I'm going to look crazy for a few minutes. And all of the shadow that you do is going to plop down on here so then you can just peel them off and it won't mess up your cheeks. I wish I had brought them. But anyways, here's my palette that I took with me to Tahoe. I showed you guys on Snapchat, so this is my exact palette. I'm going to start with the white one, White Lies, and I took just a fluffy brush like this. And I started off by putting it in my inner corner because I wanted my eyes to look really bright. My wedding was at nighttime, and by that point, I spent the whole weekend with my family and stuff. No lie, I was pretty tired by that point, so you want to look awake and fresh. So putting white in here really brightens them up. Okay, next what you're going to do is take a black eyeliner of any sort, and all I did was put this along my lash line. And I came out a little bit thicker on the outer part of my eye. We're going to smudge this in a bit. Okay, then I took the Makeup Geek pencil brush and just smudged this out. I'm using this as a base. So that way my lashes look really dark and thick. This doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm going to go over it with shadow in a second, but just smudge it out more on the outer part of the eye. Okay, then I took the IT Cosmetics number 124 brush and the eyeshadow, hold on, which one did I use? Americano. And I'm putting this on the outer part of my eye, just out here. And along the black liner I put down. And I'm just blending it inwards and staying under the crease. Okay, same brush. Now I'm going to go in with Vintage, and we're putting this just in the crease. And you want something that's just a little bit lighter than Americano, so you could even do like Latte, you could do Hipster, anything that's just a tanny brown color. And putting this all in the crease. Okay, wipe it off. Now I went in with Peach Smoothie, and I put this just above that, just to soften everything out. Okay, I'm going to take these shadow shields off now that all the dark colors are done. And I'm going in with Afterglow pigment. Sorry, it's in my bag. I got to pull it out. There we go. Okay. If you guys do any wedding makeup, whether it be nighttime, daytime, natural, dramatic, whatever, Afterglow Pigment is the one to get. It's very weddingish because it's just this shimmery champagne color. It reflects beautifully in pictures. It is my go-to for brides. It has been for quite a while now. So what I'm going to do is take a flat, stiff brush, and all I'm doing is patting this all on the lid. Let me show you on this side. Okay, look at the shine of that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now touch up Americano again with just a small dome brush. I'm just darkening out that outer corner again and kind of dusting it sideways. I'm doing a blending motion just like this. All right, going with the eyeliner, I'm going to do the lower lash line. What I did now is I put a little bit of black liner under the lower lash line. And I stopped about halfway because I didn't want my eyes to be closed in. I'm not putting this in the waterline. I'm just literally putting it halfway. Take that pencil brush and Americano, and we're just going to set it on top of the pencil. Again, I love using creams as a base. It really helps the eyeshadow to stick and last all night through your dancing, your drinking, and whatever else you may be doing on your wedding night. Okay guys, a couple more steps. My camera batteries died, and while I was waiting, I put my lashes on because I figured you guys probably already know how to do lashes. If you don't, just Google it. There's like 10 million videos on how to apply false lashes. But the one that I wore that day and I'm wearing now are the Kiss ones Ritzy. They look like this. They're the natural black. But if you guys are doing your own makeup for your wedding and you don't wear a lot of false lashes and you need to know how to do them, the best ones to get, and I swear by these, and they're foolproof. They're great for those who don't wear false lashes a lot. They're the Kiss ones, the Trios. Let me try to get a close-up shot. Let's do it here. Do you see how they're 3 individual lashes grouped together? And they're so cheap, you guys. You can get them at CVS or Walgreens, but literally what you do, you put a little bit of glue, and my favorite glue is the Huda. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably botching this. Where is it? Hold on. Okay, this one here. Huda Beauty. My gosh. This one, you guys. Amazing lash glue. Squeeze a little bit in the glue pocket, let it sit for 30 seconds, take some tweezers, pluck these bad boys out, stick them in the glue, and you're literally just going to attach them directly to your lashes. They are so foolproof. They're so easy. So for your wedding day, you guys have to have some lashes. They make a huge difference in how your pictures turn out. Having very full lashes. You could do really minimal makeup as long as you have full lashes. So I swear by these. They're by Kiss. Get them at CVS. Dip them in the glue, literally just pluck them on. You can even put them on after you do your mascara and just attach them to your lashes. They will stay all night long with this Huda Beauty. You can get it online. So enough on the lashes. Okay, last step that I did for my eyes is, I got a couple more steps, sorry. Black eyeshadow. If you want it to be a little bit more dramatic, let me show you guys what I did. So this is great for daytime weddings. My wedding was at nighttime, so I wanted to up it a little bit just so it showed up more on camera because it was so dark. So what I'm doing is I'm taking that Sigma brush again, that dome brush, and I took a little bit of Corrupt eyeshadow, and all I did, you guys, was go back over that outer corner. And do you see how I'm darkening it just a little bit, just to make it a little more dramatic? Okay, now the final step. This isn't for everyone, you guys. I did it for mine, and everyone at my wedding was like, oh, wow, glitter for your eyes. I would have never thought that, but again, it popped on camera. You guys will see with my wedding pictures. I took the LA Splash glitter glue, and all I did after all my makeup was done is I just did a few little pats right on top of Afterglow Pigment. You see I'm just doing very light pats. I'm just dabbing it on, don't swipe it. And I took the Inglot Body Sparkles in silver, and it's a really pretty, just light, shimmery silver. Take your flat brush, and you're gonna pick up some of that glitter, and I did just a very light dusting on the eyes, so I just did a pat, 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 just like that. So it pops more at nighttime. Do you guys see the difference between this eye and this eye? See how this one pops on camera more than that one? Okay, now I know the glitter isn't for everyone, and I promise you guys you don't have to do that step. Just do the Afterglow Pigment. It'll be beautiful. But again, for nighttime, and because I'm dramatic, I went with glitter. All right, now you guys just have to apply your mascara. I like the L'Oreal Voluminous one, Carbon Black. Get the waterproof one because you will shed some tears. Happy ones, hopefully. Okay, my final trick to show you guys before I do the highlighter is to take a foundation that's a little bit thinner, and that's why I like the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk one. It's very thin in consistency, but it's highly pigmented. A lot of makeup artists say you can never apply cream or liquid on top of a powder. You can, as long as everything's in light layers and you just pat it, don't sweep it on. So what I did on my wedding day, I took my foundation, I put it on the back of my hand, something very liquidy, and I took my beauty blender, it's still kind of damp and wet, and I just mushed it into the, you like my fancy words, I mushed it into the sponge. There's just a very light layer on it, and I went under the eyes one last time. And what this does is it just cleans any last little bit of fallout. It covers any spots that you may have missed with your foundation. It brightens under the eyes, but it also adds a skin-like texture on there, because sometimes when you apply powder, it can look a little too dry, but you need it because you need your makeup to last all day. I'm going to do a little bit more. You see I'm putting on the back of my hand. I'm really getting it in the sponge, so it's a very little amount, and I'm just dabbing it right in that V that we did a long time ago. I swear it feels like 20 minutes ago. This video is going to be a long one. Now the highlighter, I'm using the Becca one in Champagne Pop, and just take your cheek highlighter brush, kind of swirl it in, tap off the excess, and I do this step last just as a nice pop, and this shines really well on camera. Okay, now for the lips, you guys. What I did on my wedding day is I wore just a lipstick. Looking back, I wish I'd done a lip stain, but for me it's really hard because my lips are very liney. Especially as we get older, they tend to sink in, and I don't do well with lip stains, and I really wanted my lips to look very soft and very full. So I did get a little lipstick on Cocoa Bear's lips, but you know what? It was fine. It was just a little memory, a lasting thing of, hey, I kissed my husband. Anyways, I used Creme Cut by MAC. And it's a very soft pink color. You need something with color for your wedding day so it doesn't wash out. So don't do a nude. Don't do something too bright unless you're doing that very classic look and you're going to wear a red lip. And if that's the case, take a lip liner, fill in your entire lip with a lip liner. It will last much longer than just lipstick. Okay, then on top of my lipstick, because I wanted a little bit of shine, I went with the NYX Extreme Lip Cream in Candyland. And it's just a little bit deeper of a pink. Okay, there you go. You have your wedding makeup. Now I know in person this looks a little bit much, but on camera you want something that's gonna pop, that's gonna look great in pictures, and that's why I did the glitter. But again, if you're having a daytime wedding, skip that part altogether. So let me put my little veil on. This is not my exact one. My veil's jacked up from a night of partying at my wedding. But what I did is I wore my hair down, you guys. I'm totally botching this. I don't even know how to put this veil on. Hold on. There we go. I wore my hair down and I parted it down the middle and it was wavy, and then I had my veil behind me. Ta-da! There you go. So hopefully I gave you guys some helpful tips on how to do your makeup for your wedding day. I will have a video coming up next week of clips of my wedding so you guys could see behind the scenes. We had a beautiful wedding on Tahoe. I can't wait to show you guys the footage from that. So thanks you guys so much for watching. Have fun with your makeup, and congratulations to you other brides out there. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
We're ready for anything.